Per usual, I'm awakened by the blare of my alarm. But today I don't hesitate to get out of bed. I have a really busy day ahead of me and can't afford to lounge around. I get dressed and head downstairs. As I pass Nikki's room, I notice her door is open and her room is empty. Must be in the kitchen. When I reach the kitchen, no one is there. Uncle Kaito is always gone before I wake up. Usually Nikki is around. There must be something going on at her school today, which is why she left early. I fix myself a quick breakfast and scarf it down. Then I hop on my bike and head to school. Once I reach campus, I navigate to my class easily. Hey, I'm getting used to this place. The classroom is mostly full by the time I arrive, and all of the seats in the back are taken. I spot an empty seat close to the window by the front of the room. As I sit down, the girl beside me, with bright pink hair, glances briefly in my direction. A few minutes later, the professor enters the room and heads straight to the front desk.
Welcome to History 201. Today we'll be covering...
The lesson lasts a while, but the material is not bad.
We only have a few minutes before class ends, but your first assignments will be a group project on a case study of your choice. Since it's the first day of class, I'll be assigning your partners.
She points to a pair of students sitting next to each other. Finally, she reaches me.
You and you are partners.
She points to me and the pink-haired girl beside me. We look at each other and she gives me a friendly smile. She seems nice enough.
Your project will be due next week. Class dismissed.
The classroom is abuzz with a shuffle of students. I turn towards my partner. Hi, I'm Kite Cat. He smiles warmly.
I'm Yuna. Pleased to meet you.
Her eyes flicker to my stripes.
You must be new.
Yeah, how did you know?
I tend to know most of the pilots here.
Although her uniform fits like a glove, it is severely lacking in stripes. You aren't a pilot, are you? He laughs lightly.
No, I've just worked with a lot of them. I'm a pilot health and physiotherapy student.
That's a mouthful. He laughs again.
Yeah, PHPT for short. Anyway, what do you think our topic should be?
Now, what should we take? The evolution of gears. Sounds fun. What if we focused on gear throughout the ages?
Good idea! We can begin with the military prototypes and gradually show how the same technology has changed and developed into the commercial and entertainment vessels we use today.
Sounds like a solid plan to me. Yuna smiles.
It sounds like we have our topic.
Yeah, I'm feeling good about this.
Me too. We're going to have a great project.
By this time, most of the class has already caught up with their partners and left the room. We should probably do the same. There might be another class that needs this room. Anyway, we should probably get going.
Yeah, you're right.
I begin to gather my things when Yuna interrupts me.
Wait, may I have your number?
What? Did a girl just ask me for my number? What?
Would you like to exchange numbers?
Is this real life? I surreptitiously pinch myself and try not to flinch from the pain. Definitely not a dream. Yuna blushes under my continuing gaze.
For the project!
Oh, right, the project that we're working on together.
Yes.
I knew it was too good to be true. Sure. She smiles. We quickly exchange numbers and gather our things. My phone vibrates as we leave the classroom. I glance at her, wondering if she already sent me a text. She doesn't have her phone out. When I pull out my phone, I see an unread message from Sho. Big news, Broseph. We are in first phase of qualifier matches. Team is mating at the hangar. Having my first official team meeting should be interesting. Although I feel a couple of flutters in my stomach, I'm more excited than nervous to see everyone. Once we're outside, Yuna turns towards me.
Do you have any more classes today?
No, but I'm headed for the hangar. I've got to meet my team before the qualifiers. She nods.
Good luck!
Thanks! We wave and head our separate ways. By the time I arrive at the hangar, the team is already waiting by Show's gear. Mayu is the first to notice me and gives me a small wave. Kaori and Show seem to be arguing about something. Show silences her when I arrive. Hey guys. Kaori glances at me and nods.
At least you aren't late.
Brosif, you made it!
Hey yo! Of course, anything for my favorite teammate. Show points to himself.
That's me, right?
I grin. I'll let you guys decide. Kaori rolls her eyes. Mayu seems confused. So now that I'm here, let's get this match underway.
The match is later. Right now, we need to practice.
I nod.
Alright, head to your gears and turn on your simulators. Let's see what we're working with.
Wait, before we go, how exactly do these matches work?
It's based on how many points you accumulate. We'll be competing against pre-programmed AI gears.
Who are like boss level difficult to defeat.
And our score is calculated by how many we beat, along with how well we fought overall. So things like accuracy, how many hits we take, tactics, teamwork, those are all added up.
So how many points are all of those things worth?
They don't share with us the exact breakdown, but everyone knows that defeating the AI gives you a buttload of points.
Now hurry up and get in your gear. We really need to practice before it's our turn.
She turns on her heel and the rest of us despairs. After reaching my gear, I boot up the simulation. The usual stats float across my screen. Something about them seems off. Kaori's voice comes through the comm.
Where are your weapons?
I don't know. Let me see if it's something in the settings.
Why didn't you do a comprehensive check on your gear?
I did. It doesn't scan weaponry since it's not part of the max core function.
Your combat gear doesn't have weaponry set as a core function during checks.
Never run into this issue before. Although she does make a good point. I try every setting combination I can think of, but my weapons still aren't registering.
Try waiting a minute. Sometimes there's a lag while your gear warms up.
There shouldn't be lag. We wait anyway. After a few minutes it's clear my weapons aren't going to show up. I don't know what's going on.
Do you even have weapons?
Of course I do.
Then where are they?
Suddenly, Mayu's soft voice cuts through.
Maybe they're still being processed at customs? I've heard that gear and their accessories are processed separately.
That makes sense.
How long will it take to process?
I don't know.
Too long! We need those weapons now!
Don't worry, it'll be okay.
No, it won't! How will we fight without weapons?
I'll figure something out. Let's just start the match. We're running out of time.
Fine. Everyone ready?
Everyone's comm, relay, blink screen and information.
Alright, let's start!
We all get into position and square off to take on the AIs. My closest enemy charges me with its sword raised. Juke! I barely manage to sidestep out of the way. This does not bode well. I retaliate with an uppercut and a punch to the solar plexus, which does some damage, but nowhere near the crushing blow I received. The AI shakes off my attack and immediately swings again. Ah, defend. I raise one arm in defense, and as its sword sends another wave of shimmers over my shield. Using my free hand, I jab the AI in the side. Just as before, Eagle takes an alarming amount of damage, while my attack on the AI barely faces it. I dodge and block most attacks. However, I can't return attacks and can only defend. With my energy core gradually depleted, it doesn't take much for the AI gear to wipe me out. Without a fourth teammate, the team barely managed to win. We all shut off the simulator and climb out of the gear. I start to head back towards the team, but they all get to me first.
We can't play a match like that. We hardly scored any points.
Don't worry, Cowrie. I'm sure he'll have his equipment soon.
Not soon enough. The match is today. Maybe he shouldn't compete. We can tell them we have 4 members, but one of our gears is in no condition to fight.
Mayu looks at her determinedly.
No, he has to. It's the only way.
Joe looks apologetically at me.
Look, maybe you should just hang back. Without weapons, the AIs will ruin you.
I can still help us gain points.
No. Sho is right. You have to hang back. That will maximize our qualifier points, which is what's important right now.
Joe stares in shock.
Did you just agree with me?
Not now, Sho!
You never agree with me.
Idiot! Why do you keep saying that?
Just then a group of engineers comes towards us.
What are your gears still doing here?
Say what?
They've got to be prepped for the next match.
That means we're next. Let's go.
What about our gears?
The engineers will handle it.
The engineers disperse towards our gears. My team splits up to head to the locker rooms. We quickly change into our combat uniforms. Luckily, I'd kept one of my old ones from the States. I follow Sho in the pre-combat room, which was a small room connecting the locker room and arena. The space feels cramped. Couches line the walls and a round table is in the center. I barely have time to take in the room when Kaori and Mayu walk in dressed in equally skin-tight suits, which hug their every curve. So sleek. Your suits are so cool. Kaori gives me a strange look. Mayu looks a little bit surprised.
Thank you?
No problem, you two look great. Kaori narrows her eyes.
Okay.
Well, most pilot suits don't differ much from each other. The Japanese models always have a more aerodynamic feel to them. This is the first time I've had a chance to see the suits up and close and...
Stop staring!
What? Mayu's eyes widen and she crossed her arms over her chest.
I didn't think you were like that.
No, I just meant those suits look good on you.
We got what you meant. And we don't appreciate your staring. Come on, Mayu. Let's go before he says something else he regrets.
She pulls Mayu close to her and the two of them head to the table.
Rookie move, Broseph.
No, seriously, I wasn't looking at them like that. Wait, that didn't really come out right. Joe just shakes his head.
Everyone's got to wear these suits. You're making it weird.
He follows them to the table. As I approach the table, Kaori hits a button on the side, which brings up a hologram of the arena battlefield. 4 impressive gear pop up on the right side of the field, and 4 smaller gear populate the other side. Kaori points to the right.
These are the enemy AI gear we'll be battling.
She points to the other side.
This is us. The AIs are programmed to be a challenge, so it's important that we stick to the plan and work together to take them out.
Mayu speaks up, her expression solemn.
The gears we are facing against are specifically engineered for Ace Academy qualifier matches. They change yearly to make sure they can't be beat using a systematic approach.
With a quick flick of her fingers, Maya zooms into the AI gear holograph. Statistics on the AI battle environments are part of pop up beside the gears.
It looks like we have 2 Class A close combat and 2 Class A long-range support gears.
Kaori nods. Reaching her hand into the holographic field, she shuffles our gears into position on the map.
Knowing all that, Sho and I will blitz the melee gears to give Mayu some breathing room. She will focus on suppressive fire on their backline. That should give us enough time to finish off the 2 gear and engage for the remaining ones.
Mayu and Sho both nod in agreement. Kaori pulls the last gear towards the back edge of the map and looks pointedly at me.
This is where you will be. Don't get yourself killed.
I look at her flatly, but I don't dispute her. The map flashes red and the door to the arena slides open. Sho's face lights up in excitement, and he practically leaps towards the door.
That's our cue to get out there.
Does everyone understand the plan?
We all nod.
Okay, then let's go.
Taking a deep breath, I follow Sho and the rest of my team to our readied gears. While in our gear, we walk into the circular arena. Students, sponsors, professors, and other general spectators fill the stadium. A large screen displays our every move for those sitting in the back. A hush falls over the crowd as we get into place. The energy is a bit lower than usual for a live match. Probably because this is technically still an examination. Across from us, the 4 enemy AIs enter.
Everyone good?
The comm lights up green again. The best way to help is if I stick with the plan. With me out of sight, I won't risk putting them into compromising positions that can cause loss of field advantage. YOLO! This is Eagle. I'm going in.
What? Wait!
Uh-oh.
With my thrusters maxed, I boost into combat, fists ready to start scrapping metal. A barrage of laser fire pours down on me. Eagle recommends evasive maneuvers, but I ignore them and continue barreling forward.
Energy shield, sustaining critical damage.
Suddenly a wave of beams fly past me. Mayu and Sho also boost at max speed, catching up with me, and provide suppressive fire. Kaori trails behind, conserving her energy. The opponents switch focus from me to my teammates. The supportive fire from my teammates takes out a melee AI gear. Unfortunately, the excessive use of energy on their thrusters alone critically weakens their shield's output. They do not last long under fire.
Sorry, I'm down.
Same.
I finally reach my target. Alright, let's do this. Suddenly, Eagle stops responding.
Shields offline. Power core at 1%.
This is not good. The AI melee gear raises its blade. Eagle's not responding. Is this really how it'll end?
Emergency power core protocol sequence initiated.
In my cockpit, all the lights shine at once. Statistics and number I've never seen before scroll across my displays. A thunderous boom catches my attention, and a surge of explosive energy shoves the attacking AI gear 10 feet away. I look out and see a shallow crater around Eagle.
Protocol sequence complete. Energy output over 9,000.
Let's go. What?
No external weaponry detected. Activating energy fists.
Eagle's arms glow faintly.
Engaging enemy gear.
D. Press space for finisher. What should I say for my final attack? Sayonara. Sayonara!
Gear destroyed. Engaging secondary target.
D. This is awesome!
Power core can no longer sustain output. Eagle depowering.
Wait, there's still one left. The final target charges my unresponsive gear. Kaori appears and takes out the gear with one swooping blow.
Qualifier match complete. Please exit the arena with your gear.
Crowd is quiet for a moment, or erupting in deafening cheers. As soon as we're out of the arena, Kaori whirls on me, a fierce scowl on the face.
What the hell were you thinking?
I did what I thought was best. I was thinking that I could help us score big.
Are you insane? Because of you and your recklessness, Sho and Mayu were taken out!
I knew there was some risk involved, but I couldn't sit back and do nothing. I took a chance and it paid off. You must have scored high for taking out all the AIs. Kaori's scowl deepens. Sho steps forward in an attempt to calm Kaori down, while Mayu hangs back, staring intently at a spot on the ground.
Kaori!
Kaori ignores Sho and continues her tirade.
You did not do what was best for the team! You did what was best for yourself! And Sho and Mayu paid for the consequences of your actions! You might have scored some points for us, but we could have scored even more if half the team hadn't been shut down! We work as a team, which means we look out for each other!
And I'm part of this team too, which means I shouldn't have been sidelined.
Did you ever think that I sidelined you in order to avoid something like this from happening? What would have happened to you if we hadn't stepped in?
I stay silent, cross my arms defiantly.
You would have been taken out, and frankly, you should have been.
Kaori!
What?
She glares at Sho, but hesitates when she sees the hardened expression of his face.
Give the guy a break! Didn't you see what his gear did out there? That was incredible! We should be figuring out how he did that instead of arguing over what should have happened.
Kaori's frowns deepen with Sho's every word.
What's done is done. We still won, and as much as you hate to admit it, you know that our victory was in large part due to him.
Kaori opens her mouth to speak, but I interrupt her before she can. I'm so tired of listening to her argue. Mayu, what do you think? Mayu looks up in surprise and hesitates before answering. Both Sho and Kaori stare intently at her, waiting.
I don't want to cause trouble.
It's okay. You won't cause any trouble. Just tell us what you think.
Well, I think maybe we shouldn't be so angry. After all, we scored pretty well, and now we know that we have a secret weapon among us.
Kaori crosses her arms and grudgingly shrugs. Then she turns towards me, her eyes brimming with curiosity.
Yeah, what exactly was that max power mode thing anyway? Why didn't you tell us you could do that when we ran the simulation?
You didn't ask. No, because I didn't know, obviously. I would have if I'd known about it.
Is that sarcasm?
No, I'm just as surprised as you guys.
Huh?
Mayu and Sho blink.
You mean you did that by accident?
Yeah, basically.
Well, you should know your gear like the back of your hand. If we'd known about your core, we could have assessed you better. I wouldn't have asked you to stay back, and we wouldn't have had that previous conversation.
We both fall silent. Kenneth has a point.
But since you didn't tell us...
Kaori, don't start this again.
Start what? I'm just saying,
The crackle of the intercom interrupts us.
Thank you to everyone who participated. The first phase of matches have been completed.
Joe grins.
All right, round 1 complete. Victory party at my place?
Sorry, Sho. I've got some place to be.
Really? Where?
None of your business!
It's not like you have any other friends.
Yes, I do!
Who?
You just don't know them.
Is it because they aren't real?
Kari raises her fist.
I'll show you real!
Joe jumps away.
It was a joke, I'm sorry.
Whatever! I need to go before I'm late anyway. See you, Mayu.
Mayu waves as Kari disappears around the corner.
So what about you two?
Mayu smiles but shakes her head.
I wish I could, but Father is visiting tonight. He will be very eager to hear about today's match.
Tell him hi for me.
He nods, says goodbye to the both of us and leaves.
Party of 2? What do you say?
Before I can answer, Sho gets a text.
Hold on.
He quickly reads over the message.
Actually, we might need a rain check on that party.
What's up?
It's just Takashi. He said yet another trash can bonfire.
What?
It's no big deal. They just had to evacuate everyone in the building. Anyway, since I'm temporarily homeless, I'm gonna go hang out in the rec center.
Alright. I guess I'll let you handle that then. He nods.
Looks like farewells are in order. Good night to you then, Mr. Brosif.
Yeah, you too. After saying goodbye, I head towards the parking lot. Both Uncle Kaito and Nikki are lounging on the couch when I get home. I plop down in a nearby chair.
You're finally home. I was getting worried.
Sorry. Qualifiers ran later than I expected.
That's right, today was the big day. How'd it go?
We scored big. It was hard, but I'm confident we got a high score. Nikki jumps out of her seat to hug me, while Uncle Kaito grins from ear to ear.
Yeah! I never doubted you for a second.
Proud of you, kid. I knew you could do it.
Thanks, guys.
So, I guess your team was happy they brought you on, weren't they?
Sort of.
What does that mean?
My weapons are missing because they haven't cleared custom yet, so the team wanted me to just hang around in the back and keep out of the way.
That doesn't seem very team-like of them.
Exactly. I'm a participant, not a spectator. So I participated. When the match started, I dared it out and took out 2 AIs on my own. Nikki grins excitedly and Kaito laughs.
Sounds about right.
At first, Kari was super pissed that I didn't follow her orders, but they all ended up just being really curious about my core.
What's wrong with your core?
I don't know.
Did you ever notice anything weird about it back at CINY?
No.
Then I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Uncle Kaito stands and stretches.
I'm going to go grab a drink. You want some food? We left you a plate.
Yeah, that'd be great. I begin to stand when Kaito stops me.
I'll get it.
Thanks. I turn to Nikki. So how was your day?
Pretty good. Did I tell you that I auditioned for the dance team? Well, I got in!
That's great, Nikki.
I'm really excited about it, but I'm a little worried because I haven't danced since...
Her voice chokes up and she glances away. I know. And they would be so proud that you're doing it again. She smiles sadly.
Feels weird knowing they won't be there to watch any of my competitions. Mom never missed a show. And remember how Dad used to make a poster with my name and he'd wave it around like an idiot?
I can't help but laugh at the memory.
Ugh, I remember being so embarrassed.
Yeah. You used to tell him the wrong dates for your competitions, hoping he wouldn't show up.
I know, but he always did. He'd wave that poster and cheer louder than anyone else, and all I could think about was how I wanted to crawl into a hole and die. But I think about it now, and I'd give anything to see one of his posters again.
Her voice cracks and she rubs her eyes. I scoot closer and wrap my arms around her.
I'm sorry.
I miss them too. But hey, still got me.
And lucky for you, I'm an expert poster maker.
We both glance up at Uncle Kaito as he sets the plate of food down in front of me. Nikki lets out a weak laugh.
You've got some tough shoes to fill.
I'm up for the challenge.
She smiles and wipes at her eyes one last time.
Thanks, guys.
Uncle Kaito smiles back.
So, movie night tonight?
I'm game.
Me too.
Great. What do you feel like watching?
Anything with Leonardo DiCaprio. Let's watch a Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
You are weirdly obsessed with him. Did you know that?
No, he's just a really talented actor.
Sure. A talented actor who hasn't won an Oscar yet.
How dare you? Everyone knows the Oscars are rigged. Uncle Kaito nods.
To be fair, he should have won at least 2 by now.
Oh, no, you too, Uncle Kaito? Said Nikki. He just laughs.
So, Leonardo DiCaprio, how about the Gear of Wall Street?
We should watch Jomeo and Juliet. He was really good in that one.
You have Wall Street with Nikki? Actually, I'm not sure that's the best choice, Uncle. He looks thoughtfully at Nikki, then nods. Nikki appears confused, but goes with it. Let's watch Romeo and Juliet. If that's what Nikki wants, yeah, sure, let's go for it. We can watch Romeo and Juliet.
Yay!
It is one of his best movies.
Anyway, I'll go find the movie so we can watch. We enjoyed the cinematic experience late into the night. A great ending to a great day.